Hey everybody, it's Charles again with an entry for the 30th of April, 2014. It was a Wednesday. Basically today I'm just going to talk about liking things just to fit in. Um, Pretty much we've all had experiences in high school where, or high school or younger around that time where everybody likes, a movie or something. So you say you like it just because you want to fit in. I mean, it's an aspect of peer pressure, right? Like you want to be, with the in crowd, the cool crowd. So you admit to something, or you say you like something that maybe, you know, I guess you could, really like it. But in this instance, we're talking about not liking it. So we're talking about kind of like lying in order to fit in with the crowd. I mean, obviously, there are going to be instances where your, interests do mesh with everybody else's, like fucking, there, a good movie. I might like a good movie, and it's deemed good because a lot of people like it. So maybe they'll like it, and I'll like it, and maybe we'll mesh up. But I mean, in this instance, I'm talking about, maybe fucking you hating something, but you saying that you like it because you want to fit in. And, I mean, unfortunately, that happens a lot, especially during younger years. I mean, nobody wants to be ostracized. Nobody wants to be different. They all want to be fucking. They want to be with the in crowd. They want to be, seen as normal by them, and they want to be seen as like cool, and they want to be, therefore in with them, and therefore popular. I mean, unfortunately, it seems like a lot of, no matter what I did, I was never with the in crowd. I mean, I'm not going to say that I was fucking, ostracized and shit like that, but it just seems like for some reason, people just are forcibly put on the outskirts. There are people who for whatever reason are able or choose to put themselves on the outskirts, but could fit into the normal popular group, if they really, wanted to. They just have a certain charisma and like a certain confidence or a certain, appeal or look that, the popular kids deem, that they like and that they want. We've all had that friend who's just really like, who seems really like cool and laid back, who the popular kids actually seek out and try and recruit, but he's like, no, I'm fucking, or she's like, no, I'm doing my own thing over here. Like, I'd rather not be, part of just one clique. But then we've also all had that friend who's just fucking dying to be seen as cool and dying to be, one of the popular kids, but just fucking can't seem to do it. Maybe they're perceived as nerdy, maybe they're not attractive enough, fucking maybe they don't have enough money, maybe they don't dress a specific way. And I mean, in one instance, I feel incredibly bad for that, that person who wants to be popular but just can't, because the cool person is able to have that confidence, and that belief to say no because they're sought after, you know. But then again, is that confidence why they're being sought after? So it's kind of a chicken and the egg scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like, has the cool person developed that confidence because they are desired by the popular group? So is that why they believe in themselves and they can say no, thank you? Or is is them being able to say no, thank you, why that confidence is developed? You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if I just explained the same two things, but so they have the confidence because they can say no, thank you, or is saying no, thank you why they have the confidence? So basically, it's, yeah, like I said, it's a chicken before the egg situation. But I mean, for those people, they're it's just, they're lucky. That's the way. Fucking, I mean, if the reason they can say no is because they have the confidence, then that's obviously, it's impressive to me. I mean, I've never been overloaded with self confidence, and for some reason, I'm interested in, you know, fucking how they develop that confidence at a young age. I mean, you know, some people, you know, are born remarkably fortunate, you know, extraordinary good looking, you know, born to a family with extraordinary amounts of money, or for whatever reason they're able to make extraordinary amounts of money themselves, and it's just, you know, there are ways that people, you know, are able to be lucky at it, you know, without having to work super hard. But then again, if they have, you know, if they have the confidence because they're being sought after, then that's kind of, you know, not as, you know, impressive. You know, because that means that, you know, the only reason they believe in themselves is because of what they have. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard for me to explain, but, you know, anything that requires work on their part and that requires them to, like, you know, develop themselves in order to be a better person impresses me. But anything that they were just born into, you know, if they were born, you know, good looking, then it's fucking, you're just like, they're a lucky bastard, you know, they're a lucky fucker. But, you know, if they fucking, you know, were born, you know, or grew up as an overweight child and they fucking worked out and they worked hard at it, and, you know, they exercised really hard, they watch what they eat, and then they started to fucking, you know, now they've got like a super toned athletic body, you know, that's fucking highly coveted by a lot of people, then that's fucking very impressive. Because it shows that they had discipline, you know, and it shows that they fucking, you know, they worked hard at something in order to achieve a goal, rather than just fucking life just giving a freebie and just being like, yeah, you're gonna have a good body. Because that, I mean, especially to big people who just fucking, you know, big boned people and shit like that, or people who just can't seem to lose weight, that's just fucking unfair. I mean, I started to think a lot more, even before I got sick, you know, I was thinking about, you know, unfairness in life and shit like that. And that's why I've always said, you know, I've had kind of like a personal grudge against God, you know. I don't blame him for the shortcomings of others, but it just seems kind of like, you know, I don't understand why some people, you know, why some people live to be fucking, you know, 80 years old, and, you know, why some little kids die of cancer at age fucking, you know, 6. It just doesn't seem to, you know, fucking, there seems to be no balance of it. You know, people established religion, I think, to explain for fucking, you know, the hardships that other people, you know, or that people have to go through. Like fucking, I remember, you know, some fucking parent was grieving about, you know, his kid dying of cancer at age fucking like 6. And then, you know, all the religious people were like, fucking, you know, don't fret, God needed him back sooner or something like that to do fucking God's work. And it was just like, in my mind, it's like, how the fuck do you know that? You know, I mean, obviously, it's just a comforting thing to say to a parent who just lost their child. So, I mean, I'm fucking grateful for that. But in reality, it's just like, you don't fucking know that. I mean, those are just empty words. It's just an empty fucking promise. I mean, then again, now I'm starting to just fucking bash on religious people, you know, fucking just. And I don't want. I guess kind of because this is my own personal fucking like diary or blog show, I can just straight up fucking bash on, you know, religious people, or fucking bash on whatever the hell I want. But I mean, this is supposed to be fucking me, you know, looking outside the box and me fucking embracing, you know, open ideas and shit like that. So I don't want to just like fucking, you know, just straight bash on things that I don't believe in, because that's not me fucking thinking through things, and that's not me, you know, trying to fucking open myself up to all different opinions and ideas. But I mean, it goes to, like, I don't believe. I want to say that there is a God, because I'd like there to be somebody at the controls. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's making sure that fucking, you know, evil shit, really, really evil shit does not happen, or does not happen too frequently. I know that fucking there are genocides and shit like that. So evil shit does fucking occur. You know, the Holocaust, fucking, you know, some of those African countries, fucking just straight genocide, war crimes, shit like that. But I don't want to believe that that could ever become fucking, you know, prevalent. You know, I live in America, so thankfully, you know, in a lot of American people's eyes, you know, that shit happens to other people. You know what I'm saying? Fucking that happens in Africa. That happens in the fucking third world. You know, fucking, or that shit happened in, you know, past times. You know, that shit won't happen again. But so that's why I'd like to believe there's a God at the helm. But, you know, there's no proof of it. And fucking, like I just said, bad shit does happen. I'm just thankful to be born in an area where fucking, you know, we're a little bit more open and we're not fucking, you know, we're a little bit more developed so that that kind of shit won't happen. You know, I don't think that it'll take a lot for us to crumble that far. I don't think it'll happen in my lifetime. You know, I mean, it could, you know, there are movies where fucking that shit happens and, you know, they've developed a story enough where you actually get thinking like, holy shit, dude, that could fucking actually legitimately happen, you know. Banks could crumble, fucking money becomes obsolete, you know, it becomes like a barter system. People start realizing that fucking, you know, you can take what you want through fucking physical violence and intimidation. And then next thing you know, fucking we're living in a Mad Max world where fucking, you know, people can just be murdered willy-nilly and fucking people can be grabbed, you know. People can be grabbed and shit can be stolen, you know, fucking you want some dude's fucking new car, you just fucking knock him over the head and take it. You know, you want his wife or his child, or fucking you just grab that shit. Or fucking you want to take him as a slave, you just fucking, you know, tie him up and then you keep him chained. You know, that shit, it could happen. I mean, I don't think it'll take that much to happen, but I don't think it will happen in my lifetime. I mean, I'm hoping that we are advanced enough, you know, that that shit won't ever happen. But I'm saying, fucking, you know, we weren't that developed, you know, hundreds of years ago, and fucking for us to fall back, you know, I don't think it will be that. It's not that, you know, long of a fall, but there are like some major things that have to happen. Um, I mean, I think believing in a God gives me comfort that that won't happen. You know, that fucking I don't have to start storing up gold pieces because fucking I'm gonna have to be prepared for the apocalypse because fucking I don't think, or I'd like to believe that God won't let that happen. But in true reality, fucking I don't think that, you know, that there is, you know, a kind being looking over the world and just fucking, you know, trying to answer our prayers and trying to make us, you know, fucking live better lives and, you know, helping us out when we fucking struggle. But yeah, I mean that's fucking, it's kind of beside the point. What I'm talking about in this video is fucking, you know, just pretty much trying to fit in. I mean, trying to fit in, it's all an instance of peer pressure, right? Like I said before, you know, when you feel peer pressure, you want to be, you know, you want to be deemed as cool or in enough with the in crowd so that they all like you. Because a lot of times the in crowd is, you know, in your mind, it's made up of the coolest people, you know, the most attractive people, the people that you want to be friends with. I mean, that's not always the case. Oftentimes, the fucking, you know, oftentimes there are other people, you know, fucking, like in my high school, you know, some of the more intelligent people were, you know, the geeky crowd, and they were, you know, the outcasts. You know, or fucking, you know, the people who could really play an instrument, you know, weren't part of the in crowd, but they were fucking, they were, you know, the shit that they could do on fucking the piano or something was fucking amazing. So it's fucking, it just really depends upon, you know, your personal, you know, ideas and your personal state. I mean, a lot of the time you know, a lot of the time people want to be part of the in crowd just because they seem to be the most popular. But I mean, to me, lying about it, I understand it. Lying about, you know, something in order to be part of the in crowd, I understand it. but it's kind of disappointing to me. Like, I understand it because nobody wants to be ostracized. You know, they all want to be seen as cool because, you know, it helps them, you know, it helps them make friends, you know, it helps them become popular. You know, staying part of a collective helps, you know, it stops them from being ostracized, it stops them from being looked down upon, you know, maybe they get help, you know, trying to win the affection of some girl that they like, you know, such and such. Maybe they get help, you know, hooking up with women or men or something like that. Maybe they get help, you know, getting a job. It's like being a member of like the Masons or you know, the Skulls or something like that, you know. Being part of an influential club in any organization is a benefit to you. I mean, I'm not going to. It's tough to come from the outside and you know, try and break your way in. It's a lot easier to already have your foot in the door and then you know, do whatever you need to do to get, you know. Like if I'm trying to, you know, break into the movie industry, it's going to be near impossible for me. But if you know, Jennifer Aniston's son tries to break into the movie industry, it's going to be easy as pie for him. Because being her son is already his foot in the door, which is the same instance of maybe hanging out with, you know, the rich popular group, you know, getting a job at maybe you know, one of your friend's father's banks is going to be easier for you now because he already has known you and he's already seen you and he knows your parents and shit like that. So therefore, I understand it why you know, people want to be part of the in crowd. But it's disappointing when they do whatever they have to do to get, you know, like when they're fake in order to become part of it, because you don't want. It's disheartening to see people who are fake, you know, because that means that they don't have the confidence to stand on their own and they don't have the confidence to be who they are, and you know, you know, it's sad because in my eyes, I want everybody to be who they are, you know. I want everybody to be able to and be willing to stand on their own in order to make relationships, you know, between, you know, people based upon who they actually are. Because if you put up a front, you know, all you are kind of like you're disappointing yourself. I mean, you're disappointing me, obviously, because if I want to be your friend, you know, I'm not being your friend. I'm being friends with a facade or something like that, you know. But if, you know, I want to be friends with somebody who I really can connect with. You know, I don't want somebody to give me you know, fake answers that they think I want to hear just because they want to be friends with me because you know, I have more money than you know, somebody else. I'm not saying that I do. I'm just saying that's an example. I mean, I'd like our relationship to be a bit deeper than somebody just wanting to hang out with me because maybe I have a pool in my backyard or some shit like that. But yeah, I mean, it's like getting married to a really attractive woman, but she only loves you for your money. It's like I mean, you could argue that the money is a part of you because you've got an excellent job for whatever reason. Maybe you worked hard at it. You know, maybe you worked super hard trying to become an actor, and eventually you had a big break, and now you make shitloads of money in movies. You could say that the money is a part of you because you worked for it. You know, you busted your ass trying to get those big parts, and now you make the movie. So maybe, you know, the money is a part of you. So she loves you. She loves the fame and the fortune of you, and so that actually is a part of you. But you could also say that you know, that's just an offset. You know, she just wants you to buy her shit, and she just likes to be popular, you know, by association and shit like that. And that's the way that I see it more. I mean, I would see her as kind of like a gold digger, and I would see it would to me. I don't think I could, you know. I don't think I could have a relationship like that. I mean, anything more than a booty call would just be you know, beyond. Because I don't want somebody to like me for what I can give them, other than friend. You know, I guess every friendship is based upon what you can give them. you know, obviously when somebody wants to be your friend, even in the most natural, the most fucking, the kindest sense, they want to be your friend because they feel that you can give them friendship. You know, you can be there for them. You can be supportive. You know, you can help them out in their times of need. You can offer advice, conversation. You know, fucking camaraderie, that kind of shit. So that's friendship at its purest form, though. And then there are those who think that you can, help them out. You can, maybe fucking help them pick up women, or you can give them money, or you can fucking drive them places, or something like that. And that's more fucking using somebody, than being somebody's friend. Um, that's why I feel like I'd like a relationship, a marriage based upon money. It's not, it's based upon using somebody. You're probably she's using you for money and fame. You're probably using her for fucking, sex or something of the sort, or to look good, trophy wife or something like that. But you know, that's why I don't think. I guess you could say that that's kind of like it's a simple relationship in the sense that fucking, all you have to do is provide her with money, and all she has to do is provide you with sex. So it's just like it's not complicated. It's like a simple transaction, I guess is what they call it. But fucking, I don't want, it's got to be a lonely relationship. Going home to a house and fucking, realizing that the people are there only because you could buy them shit, or realizing that the person is there only because you buy them shit. Maybe if you have a child, they might actually, love you or something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's got to be fucking, you wake up in the middle of the night and then you roll over and you see that person there and you know that she's there only because fucking, you bought her a new car this year or something like that, or fucking she's living in a big mansion, she has fucking, everything she desires monetarily. And so, I mean, that's got to be fucking disheartening. And that's why, to me, empty relationship or empty friendships, are disheartening. But, like I said, I understand them. I mean, fucking people, especially at that young of an age, people are so, it's so nerve wracking to be alone and to be by yourself. And that's why fucking people who are able to, be by themselves and still be fucking happy and pleased with themselves and have confidence in themselves, that shit is, it's amazing. It's astounding to me because that means that, they've developed themselves, personally enough that they're able to achieve that. They're not worried about what other people think and fucking, I mean, yes, there are people who are just like, I don't fucking care what people think, yada, yada, yada. They're all assholes anyway. And that seems like that statement is based in resentment. Like, fucking, they don't like me anyways. They can go fuck themselves. I'm going to do my own thing. That seems like fucking you're mad at them because they don't like you. And thus, you're just trying to make yourself feel better by just being like, they can go fuck themselves. So that doesn't seem like, it's not pure. It's not you having confidence in yourself. It's just you hating them enough for probably for the reason that they don't accept you, so that you feel like you're forced to do your own thing because they don't accept you. And so now you're trying to make yourself feel better by just saying that they're assholes and they can go fuck themselves. I mean, I would, if I had my choice right now, I would like to go back to, when I was younger, and I would like to have enough confidence in myself that I could say, like, that I would not want to be fake and be part of, the popular group, but not because I think they're vain assholes or anything like that, which truly a lot of them are, or a lot of them were at least, but fucking just the fact that I had enough belief in myself and what I was doing and the way I acted that, I didn't feel any, epic pull to be fucking associated with, well, to be fakely, to be associated in a fake way with them, I wouldn't want to lie or fucking, cheat my way into being friends with them. But if normal friendship just occurred with them, then that would be a whole different ballgame. Fucking, I would not turn down, friendship pure friendship of any kind with anybody. You know, friendship is one of the most I don't want this to get fucking, like a little corny, but pure friendship is a beautiful thing because it's very fucking I mean, I like to see it, fucking it's I like to see kindness in others. I like to see people helping each other out, fucking when somebody's fucking down. I like to see somebody fucking, that arm around them, fucking trying to bring them up and shit like that. Just this last night I was watching this, fucking this clip of this TV show, and then somebody's friend had died, and fucking, he's over there bawling, and so then this other guy comes up and he puts his arm around him and he's just fucking consoling him, and that shit to me is beautiful because that's what we as humans should strive for. You see somebody on the street, you want to help them out, fucking, you want to bring them up, if I knew that if I gave a homeless person money, he was going to use it to get back on his feet or maybe get some food in his stomach, I would give homeless people a lot more, money than I do now. But now fucking I see a red-faced, homeless person fucking splayed out who can barely slur, you got change. I just don't give him money because I'm just like, yo, I'm struggling to make ends meet and you're just going to buy alcohol and fucking dig yourself into a deeper hole. So fucking that's why, people say like, oh, you can buy him fucking a McDonald's breakfast, or you can buy him fucking, a snack or something like that, and fucking, you could do that, I guess, but I guess I'm too lazy for that. But no, I mean, sometimes, so what, I buy him a breakfast and save him what, like, let's say $4, and then he saves the $4 that he would have had to beg for to buy himself a breakfast, and then spends that on the alcohol. So it's just, I guess it's fucking, you can see negativity in any situation, but I mean, if I see, a homeless man trying to, fucking, like hanging out at a shelter, trying to look for work or something like that, and then he just comes up to me, he's just like, dude, I can't get to, fucking this job interview because I don't have fucking bus fare money. I would straight up give him bus fare money. Because that kind of human spirit, deserves, a friend. It deserves kindness and exchange, because that's worthy of friendship, it's kind of, I'm kind of getting off the point of my initial topic, but fucking, it's just, I like to see pure friendship because I think it's based upon, good characteristics of good people. Non-pure friendship is based upon, other maybe not so pure characteristics of good people. Like I said, the fucking attractiveness, the money, the sex, fucking the fame. So I mean, fucking good friendship or pure friendship, is to be, it's, sought after. It's what I like to see, out of friends. I don't want to see fucking fakeness. And that's why I don't like to see fucking people lying and being fake in order to become, friends with the popular group. Because that obviously, it's not true friendship. It's a phoniness and it's a fakeness that, I think fucking, harms everybody in the vicinity better than or more than, pure friendship would. If your popular group is not based upon, the kindest or the best people, but instead based upon, people who have bought each other's friendships through like fucking, being the richest and who can fucking throw money around like that, then your popular group is a bunch of fucking, douchebags and assholes, which fucking, unfortunately, high school consists of a lot of. And so whereas fucking, if, high school is, your popular group is the fucking, the brightest and the kindest, then fucking, everybody wins, because even those people that are looked down upon, not looked down upon, but even those people that are fucking on the outskirts, maybe, they're friends with some of the popular people because those popular people are the smartest and the kindest, and, therefore they fucking will reach out rather than fucking push away, because they've, they, for whatever reason, are the best people. Well, I guess best is a fucking subjective term. But I mean, I want, like, being friends with, one of them would seem a lot more pure than it would seem to be with one of the, the faker people. So it would seem like, fucking they would be more readily open to making friendships with everybody, and therefore, opening up the deemed popular cliquey group, opening up the more popular group, and therefore it wouldn't be as cliquey. You know what I'm saying? Because people that are more fucking pure are more willing to fucking look past some kid with, scrubby clothing who doesn't have much money and be friends with him, even though fucking he has, scrubby clothing. They're more likely to look past that and to be friends with him, maybe because he's got a fucking pure heart or something like that. Whereas the people that are fake probably won't get past the fact that he fucking has scrubby clothing and doesn't have much money, and they won't be his friend, and they'll fucking ostracize him, which will probably in turn make him feel even worse about his scrubby clothing. Because we're all, at that age, we're all fucking fighting for confidence, and we're fighting for belief in ourselves. We're fighting for the esteem. And unfortunately, a lot of it's tied in with, who your friends are and fucking, what you're seen as by your peers and shit like that. And fucking that's very unfortunate, but it is true. I don't know though, but I mean, that's not to say, like, I don't want people to think that I'm harping on my own high school, experiences. Fucking, I mean, it wasn't the greatest, and I'd go back and change a lot of things, but there are some things that I would leave the same, and I'm happy that, fucking my high school experiences have made me, the man I am today, and fucking, maybe a lot of people say I'm not really that great, I haven't fucking achieved that much. Maybe I'm not the kindest. I still struggle with self-esteem at times. I'm still shy at times. So maybe some people would say I'm not doing the greatest. But, there are others who would say that I'm doing very well. I survived a major disease, fucking, that, without losing my sense of humor, without getting overly depressed, without getting overly angry and fucking, bitter. And so fucking, I'm living on my own. I'm able to make friends pretty readily if I desire to. And I'm moderately intelligent. I don't make fucking stupid decisions. I'm able to save money and budget my money and my time. So fucking, some people, I guess it's a matter of opinion. So I mean, I guess it depends upon who you ask. I mean, people who deem themselves fucking, a lot of people they rate themselves on how much money they can take, and some women rate men on how much money they make, not how much money they can take, how much money they make. And fucking, I guess so. According to them, I'm not doing too well because I don't make that much money. But then there are other people who actually look at, the characteristics of a person and the inner being of a person, and maybe in their eyes, hopefully, they would see me as, doing better and a better person. I mean, obviously, I don't know because it's hard to get an unbiased opinion from fucking people, You ask people you don't know and they don't really know you, so they're just like, I don't fucking know. And then you ask your friends, and your friends don't want to say mean things to you. So maybe if they think you're kind of an asshole at times, a lot of times they're just going to be like, oh yeah, you're a good person. Just because they don't want to be like, yeah, dude, you're a fucking asshole at times. Or maybe you're nicer to them because they're your friends, and so they don't, they don't see the real asshole that you are to fucking strangers. So it's kind of hard to, to tell. But, yeah, I mean, fucking, like I've reiterated, fucking, pure friendship. Just fucking don't be afraid to be yourself. I mean, you don't want friendships based upon fakeness, I mean, I don't know who's gonna watch this, even if it's just gonna be me. I'm hoping that when I do eventually rewatch this, if I do even fucking that, my friendships and my relationships later in life are based upon fucking, who I am and pureness. And if any of it's based upon fucking fakeness, I hope it hits me You know, I hope I look back on this and I hope it hits me, you know, fucking, I gotta fucking cancel that shit. And so if I'm fucking in a relationship with somebody who I'm purely fucking, you know, with because I can buy her shit or fucking, or I can buy them shit, you know, fucking, I hope this is fucking helps me realize that I don't need that shit in my life and fucking, you know, maybe they're really attractive in there, you know, maybe they're perceived better than I can get, you know, if I was just, you know, trying to get somebody normally. But I mean, you don't want that kind of relationship. You don't want somebody who's purely in it for what you can do for them, you know, rather than it being mutually supportive and shit like that. I mean, fucking, why don't you just pay for a hooker every time you get in the mood or something like that? If that's the fucking instance, is it just like a fucking, you know, the only reason you don't buy a hooker or an escort is because fucking it's a monetary thing? You know, it would be cheaper to just fucking, you know, get a wife, you know, and pay her, you know, do it that way. But I don't know, dude. Fucking, I hope I hope I'm not in, you know, any of those negative situations. I hope I'm not fucking don't have any friends or relationships that are based purely upon that later in my life. I mean, obviously, I'm probably going to because there are going to be people who pretend to like me based upon what I have, and you know that unfortunately happens, you know, a lot of the time because people, you know, people really people get worked up over material things. Like, I mean, if you're a kid in high school and you have a pool, you're gonna have friends up the fucking ass, dude. It's because you have that pool. It's gonna be hard to fucking tell who's your friend and who's not. That's why fucking when you win the lottery, if I ever win the lottery, I'm not telling a fucking person. I mean, yes, I'll probably tell my relatives because every one of them that's struggling, I'd like to be able to help out in some way. But I'm not gonna fucking broadcast it on the news. I'm not gonna buy a fucking flashy new car or any shit like that. Because then every fucking person you meet from then on, you don't know if they're like you for the money or if they like you for you. So fucking, you know, a great majority of them are gonna fucking be, you know, your best pal now because you get a shitload of money. That's why it's very, you know, it's difficult to fucking weed out the true friends versus the, you know, the non-true friends. I mean, nowadays, fucking with Facebook and MySpace and fucking LiveJournal, you know, so many people fucking, you know, cleaning up my Facebook, you know, these people are my real friends, fucking drama, yada, 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 bullshit, but fucking Facebook, majority of these people don't give a fuck about you because all they do is click two links and stare at your photos. So fucking don't judge friendship based upon Facebook and social media. Because if somebody throws you a happy birthday, you know, versus giving you a phone call and, you know, asking you how your day went, those are very different things, you know. Fucking, it's so easy to just say happy birthday on Facebook and you don't really have to give a shit. You know, I do it too. I'm not fucking, you know, putting down people. You know, people I haven't spoke to in fucking years. I see their birthday rolls around thanks to a Facebook update and I throw it a happy birthday on their wall. I mean, it's just fucking, it's so that I don't look like a fucking dick. It's pretty much it. You know, granted, I'm not a big birthday dude, like fucking, you know, people say happy birthday to me, it's just like, oh, well, thanks. You know, it's just like I'm not fucking, you know, I'm not waking up that morning. Who's going to say happy birthday to me? Fucking, who's going to realize it's my birthday? You know, half the time I don't even fucking remember it's my birthday until the day is gone. So I'm not a big fucking birthday dude. So maybe that's why fucking that wall shit makes no difference to me. But maybe I'll talk about that in a different fucking video. But I don't know, dude. I don't judge friendship based upon that. I don't judge friendship on social media. You know, friendship is based upon fucking, you know, the people that want to hang out with you, the people that when you get sick or you feel like shit, the people that fucking, you know, hey, how are you doing? Fucking, you know, like, you need anything? Fucking, you okay? You fucking, you know, you want to talk? Those are the real friends. And fucking, you know, thankfully I've got, you know, some of those in my life, and you know, I'm very pleased to have established those relationships. You know, because fucking those are the people that you can count on. You know, those are the people that'll help you out in a pinch. And fucking that You know, those are the friendships that are based, I believe, on purity and fucking, you know, honesty and shit like that, rather than what I can do for them. I mean, granted, I could have some yes people who are just like fucking, I gotta make nice with this cat when he's struggling with Wilson's disease, fucking, because he's gonna hook me up in a couple years with fucking some money that I'm gonna need to borrow from him or something like that. I mean, yes, there could be fucking some people like that. But I mean, people realize now that I'm not fucking living it up. I'm not fucking swimming in the dough. So I guess that shit, it makes it a little bit easier because now fucking the people that are with me, I know that they're there, they're with me fucking because I don't, even though I don't have much, they're still with me. And I gotta respect that, dude. I gotta respect the people that fucking, that know I can't fucking take them out to dinner every day and fucking wine them and dine them and shit like that, or fucking lend them money. And they're still like, hey, dude, you wanna fucking, you know, you wanna hang out? Fucking, what are you up to? Like, how you doing? And shit like that. And that's fucking, you know, I'm grateful for that. So everybody that does that shit, fucking thank you. And I hope I hope I give you the same fucking, I hope, you know, you see me as a fucking an honest friend and not just somebody that's mooching off of you. I mean, I'd like to believe that I don't have any friends like that, or I don't act like that with anybody, you know, fucking, I do my best not to mooch off of people. I mean, I don't have a car, so some friends might think that I use them for rides or something like that, but fucking, you know, I do my best, you know, if you ever get in a, you know, a pickle or something like that, I'll do my best to help you out, so fucking, so I hope you understand that, and I hope you realize that I'm just not fucking, that at times it might seem like I'm very self-centered and I'm just using you, but fucking, you know, if you ever, you know, want to open up to me or anything like that, I'm here for you. I do my best to be fucking open, you know. I'm not, people might think that I'm judgmental because I make a lot of sarcastic and bitter remarks. But in reality, I believe fucking, you know, do whatever the fuck you want, you know. I've had gay friends, fucking, you know, I've had friends that do whatever the fuck they want, you know. Smoke marijuana, fucking, you know, drink excessively. I don't fucking judge them, you know. Everything is a choice. Obviously, if they fucking drink excessively and they become a danger to themselves or to fucking me or others, I'm going to try and change their, you know, behavior. Because I think fucking, you know, they're going to hurt themselves and they're going to hurt somebody else. And obviously, I'm not going to fucking sit by and fucking let that shit happen. But, you know, if that's fucking the way you want to live, then that's fucking the way you want to live, you know. I'm not anybody's mother, you know. So as long as you're not doing something that's illegal or something that's dangerous, you know, you do whatever the fuck you want. And if I still deem you to be a worthy friend, then we're going to be friends. But if you know, if you become some kind of a fucking alcoholic and I don't deem you to be a worthy friend anymore, we're not going to be friends, you know. I'm not going to fucking, you know, burn the bridge and just fucking get into some big fucking, like, you know, some big fucking shouting match. Like, you know what your problem is? You're fucking you're a taker. You don't fucking, I'm not going to do that shit. I'm just fucking, you know, you'll ask to hang out a couple of times and I'll just be sorry, I'm busy, you know, fucking, I won't ask, and then eventually you'll just stop asking, and that'll be it, you know. I don't burn bridges. I'm not that fucking confrontational and fucking, I don't want to, you know, like, I'm not a ram that likes to fucking buck heads and shit like that, you know, fucking, I let fucking things just slowly evaporate, and that's my way of things, you know. But, I don't know. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you got any questions, or if you ever want to talk about friendship with me, or fucking, you know, like I said, I'm hoping that I'm an open person that you can fucking come to with problems, and that you can fucking talk things out with me. I mean, I'm not saying I'll have the right answers. I'm not saying I'll even fucking help you make any decisions or anything, but fucking, I hope that I'm somebody that you can fucking, you know, that maybe together we can look at your problem and we can do our best to fucking figure it out, you know. Obviously, if you fucking try and talk to me when I'm in the middle of work, I'm going to be a little bit fucking brusque. But that's because fucking, you know, I'm on call at work, you know, fucking, I'm not fucking a doctor, but I mean, I get paid to fucking go do returns, and I get paid to help out at a register to go get shit. So I gotta run around. So if you ask me fucking, the answer to a problem at work, I'm just gonna fucking, it's tough for me to think about because it's like, yo, I gotta do these 4 returns and I gotta go get fucking some toilet paper for this lady and I gotta fucking do so. So if you want an honest, you know, thoughtful answer, talk to me when I'm not working or when I'm not fucking leaving for work, and then fucking we'll try and hash that shit out. Anyways, thanks for listening. You know, no, I guess fucking I'll talk to myself later tonight. I'm not fucking talking to anybody else in these videos. But yeah, I'll fucking talk to myself later tonight. Or tomorrow morning, more accurately. But yeah, I mean, if you want to talk, if anybody other than myself wants to talk to me, fucking, I should just start fucking basing these conversations around straight up fucking discussions with myself. You know, just fucking, what do you think, Charles? Well, Charles, I think that fucking, you know, Charles of 2008 fucking should be friends with Charles 2012, but then Charles of fucking, you know, 1997 thought this, but then fucking Charles of, you know, 2014 now thinks this. It would get a little fucking weird, and, you know, I guess fucking, it's better to just format it in case, of, like, I'm talking to somebody else, and that way fucking, if I forget, you know, like, if I forget exactly what I'm thinking about right now, I can look at it as, like, an outside person, and then fucking I can try and remember it, you know. Rather than if I use all these inside references and inside jokes, if I fucking, you know, forget a lot of this shit, then fucking I won't remember, I won't be able to fucking decode these videos. So, plus the fact that, you know, I know a couple friends and family are watching, so it's good to fucking, you know, talk about it like I'm in fucking, you know, I'm not just talking to myself. Anyways, if you want to talk to me, you know how to get in touch with me. Thanks for watching.